Totally Irish ar Dublin's 98 a cúla Auron sin ó Thin Lizzie agus initial sa studio ná Gabes Mc Guire. Gabes, how are you getting on this week?
Very well, John, very well.
Good to hear, good to hear. Now listen, myself and yourself, we were at a pretty good gig last night in the Academy 2, weren't we?
Yeah, we took ourselves down to the Academy 2 to see the launch of the debut EP by Goatboy called Moon After Yule. Now for the uninitiated I should say, Goatboy is the alter ego of Dublin singer-songwriter Mark O'Sullivan. And I was lucky enough to catch up with him after the gig to find out a little bit more about the EP. Goatboy, aka Mark O'Sullivan, firstly, where did you get the name from?
I think it was 5 years ago. I went through a big Bill Hicks phase, and I don't know if you know Bill Hicks, but Bill Hicks has an alter ego called Goatboy, and I just named on MySpace Goatboy, and it just kind of stuck from there. I caught on from there, so I said, why change it when a few people know my name, you know?
Some of our listeners probably know you from supporting Katie Tunstall and Olympia.
Yeah.
What was that like, that experience?
I found out the day before. I was going to support her. I have a mate, Alan Marshall, who was actually supporting me tonight. He called me up and asked me would I come on and do a few tunes. So I said, yeah, no problem. So we turned up the next day, and yeah, it was a dream come true to play at Olympia. So it was good, yeah.
You said Solidaire by John Martin was one of your big influences.
Yeah.
What else, has led to this EP?
Well, I started off, I suppose, mid-90s, just picking up my brother's guitar. And I suppose at that time there would have been Oasis, so I learned the guitar playing Wonderwall. So Noel Gallagher, kind of learning Noel Gallagher songbooks and stuff like that, and then the Lads, Stone Roses, Radiohead, Interpol, the list goes on and on. But John Martin, he'd be like, that album Solidaire, probably be my biggest influence. Yeah.
And in terms of this EP tonight, what tune offer will you really look forward to seeing the crowd's reaction to? Or can you pick a favourite out of the four songs on it?
Well, Winter Tears, that was recorded actually 2 years ago. So everyone kind of knows that because it's been circulating on MySpace and blogs so it's good to get that out. But yeah, probably Winter Tears. I hope that went down well, yeah.
And tell me, in Ireland, I mean, Jesus, you can't seem to walk out down the street without bumping into a singer-songwriter. Yeah. Is the competition particularly fierce? Do you find that, or?
From singing around singer-songwriter nights, there is so many people out there, it's unbelievable. They're all slogging away, but yeah, the competition is fierce, and it's tough to get your stuff out there,
And in terms of the rest of the promotion for this, what are you doing soon around Dublin? Where else can our listeners see you?
Tuesday week, I think it's February the 8th, I'm playing in Doyle's. That's the Ruby Sessions. Keep an eye on my MySpace, www.myspace.com/Mark O'Sullivan, and you'll see new dates up there.
Mark O'Sullivan, Goatboy, thank you very much for talking to Totally Irish.
Thanks for having me.
Mark O'Sullivan, Goatboy, yeah, and he played, obviously, as I said before that piece, we were at the gig last night in the Academy 2, and he played, it was an EP launch, so the gig was only for half an hour, but I pretty much enjoyed it. It was good, wasn't it?
It was a short set, but I have to say, having heard it, I'd like to hear more from the guy, and I listened to the EP this morning, and I mean, the song he was excited about, Winter Tears, is a very good song. I don't know about you, it kind of reminded me a bit of Arcade Fire. That it was that kind of sound.
There is a similar enough sound going through that. You would be reminded of Arcade Fire, all right.
But I mean, the thing is, it's still a very good song, and it's a strong enough EP. I have to say, it's a debut EP, and it does what you want, which is it makes you want to hear more from this guy.
Exactly. And I actually thought his voice was really good. I thought he sounded a lot like the lead singer of the Manic Street Preachers, which is a good thing. Whether he was singing quietly or shouting out his lyrics, he was very similar to him. So all in all, I was very, very impressed, and definitely one for the future, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think so. As you say, unfortunately it was only a pretty short gig last night, but definitely one to keep you ticking over, and I'd be interested in seeing him in Doyle's in a few weeks. Exactly,
as you said, he'll be playing in Doyle's in the Ruby Sessions on February the 8th, and he's also been nominated for the first round for the most promising new artist of 2010 at the Meteor Awards, as are Sweet Jane, who we'll be talking to in the second hour, as are actually about another 148 acts as well, but sure, never mind. Anyway, I think the results for the second round are out tomorrow at some stage. Okay, Gabes, listen, thanks very much for that.
Thanks for having me, John.